Welcome to Time Out for Marriage. I'd like to begin today with a quotation from Henry Nouwen, a Roman Catholic theologian and priest who was a friend of the Orthodox Church. He said, "The real mystery of marriage is not that two people love each other so much that they find God in each other's lives, but that God loves them so much that they discover each other more and more as living reminders of God's presence." Let's look at this statement a bit more closely and consider the profound ramifications of the truth that is revealed. It's not unusual for two faithful people to love each other so much that they find God in each other's lives. And at first glance, this perspective may seem to be perfectly appropriate for two practicing Orthodox Christians. After all, born from their love for one another and having eyes open to see God in one another, these are good things. However, something important is missing. The couple fails to acknowledge and know that their love for one another is first and foremost born from God's limitless and unconditional love for each of them. When husband and wife know and experience God's love, they begin to see one another as reminders of God's living presence in them and amongst them. They see each other more and more as living icons of Christ, which is precisely what each of us is, and why the priest always censes the people at every worship service after he censes the icons, acknowledging each of us as living icons of Christ. Perhaps it would do us all good to prayerfully consider and seek to know more deeply God's immeasurable love for each of us. Then our hearts will open wide to discover and to see our spouse anew each day as a living icon of Christ, and through our spouse to constantly be reminded of God's presence in our lives and His love for us. Until next time.